Hello friends, today we will see the different protection circuits for the SCR. Now why we require to protect the device from di by dt or dv by dt protection. So there are basically the overcurrent and the over voltage protection circuits are there. We need to protect our device from overcurrent as well as over voltage. Now when the overcurrent comes means suppose when there is a high di by dt occurs in the circuit, at that time how you are going to protect your SCR. That is one case. Second case is suppose at any instant of time, suppose high voltage will occur, at that time how you are going to protect your device. So that we want to study today. So the protection of SCR with the help of high di by dt as well as high dv by dt, that we need to study today. Okay. So we know that when the current comes suddenly, the current flows in the circuit in the form of in series. So we will have to provide an inductor in series with the SCR. SCR is having three terminal, anode, cathode and gate, and we will have to apply the inductor in series with the anode of the SCR to avoid the unnecessary flow of current, which is high current present at that instant of time, so that this inductor will protect your SCR from current, that is the high current flowing at that particular time. Okay. If this inductor is not present in this circuit, what will happen? The high current, that is high di by dt, will suddenly force the current to flow through the anode of the device and the anode will damage. There may be a possibility of getting damage of the device. So we will have to protect this device from high dv by dt. So what exactly the inductor does over here? The job of the inductor is to slow down the current which is flowing through the SCR. So the inductor slow down the current. We know that if you see the phasor diagram of the SCR inductor, you will find that the current lags the voltage by 90 degree. So means current is lagging the voltage, and we are taking the advantage of this lagging current of the inductor, and we are applying a particular value of an inductor in series with the anode to protect our device from the high di by dt. So that is called as the protection of the inductor. So what we studied? We studied how the inductor will help us to protect our device from high di by dt. Now the next case is the protection of the SCR from high dv by dt. So high dv by dt is nothing but what? Ki suddenly some voltage will come at a particular instant of time. How your device will get protected from that high dv by dt? For that, what we will have to do? We will have to provide a capacitor in parallel to our SCR along with a current limiting resistor R. So whenever the high voltage come at a particular instant of time, that time what will happen? The voltage will be distributed across the SCR, and because of that what will happen? The current will get bypassed in this way, and because of that what will happen? Your device will get protected from suddenly the high dv by dt. Initially if you are aware that we have seen the various technique of conducting the SCR. So one of the technique is applying the high dv by dt to the SCR, so that SCR will comes into the conduction without application of the gate current. Now suppose in any case, if the high dv by dt is applied to the SCR, there will be the false triggering occurs in the SCR, and to avoid the false triggering of the SCR by high dv by dt, we will have to protect that SCR, a particular SCR, from the high dv by dt, and we are protecting that device by connecting a capacitor in series with the resistor across the conducting device, and we will protect our device from high dv by dt. Okay. So in this way your inductor will protect your device from high dv by dt, high di by dt. Your capacitor along with current limiting resistor will protect the device from high dv by dt, and in total you can say that the dv by dt and di by dt protection circuit will be like this. Now what about the temperature? Now there are so many cases are there where number of devices need to be connected in the particular circuit. Now, if these devices are not connected properly on a heat sink, at that time also what will happen, the distribution of heat, power dissipation will be different, and because of that it may possible that because of the different sharing of the heat sink, the device may get damaged. Also, if you have 3 devices and these devices are not equally shared the area of heat sink, what will happen? These devices may get damaged. So, because of this, you know that the improper sharing of portion of the heat sink will lead to the thermal breakdown of that devices, because any one of the devices will get heat up, and because of that the device will get damaged. That is one possibility. That is why it is always recommendable that you should take a circular heat sink, and the angle between these two devices should be of 120 degree. So, these should be connected apart from each other of 120 degree. So, they are separated from each other with the angle of 120 degrees, so that each device will get or share the equal portion of the heat sink, and because of that the thermal damage will be avoided. Okay. At the same time, we will get the advantage by connecting the devices in this way is that each portion, each device, when the thyristor is conducting, what will happen? The self-induced EMF will take place, as well as a mutual induced EMF will take place. Means magnetic pickups will be take place by the nearby devices, and because of the unequal sharing of the magnetic pickups of the devices, there may be a possibility that the device may get damaged. So, sharing the equal portion of the heat sink by the number of devices equally, we are avoiding the damaging of our thyristor from the high EMI induction. So, electromagnetic pickups or electromagnetic inductions. So, what will happen? The coupling of magnetic field between the two devices becomes equal in this case, and because of that the possibility of getting damage of a particular device will be eliminated. So, in this way you can protect your device from temperature by properly mounting on a heat sink, that is a circular heat sink or any rectangular heat sink, but the portion of the heat sink covered with the help of that particular thyristor should be shared equally. So, that is the important thing for today. Okay. And if you want to protect your SCR with the help of high current, you can connect always current a fuse in series with the device. So, you can have a fuse in series with the device, so that again the device current will be get limited with the help of this, and your device get protected. That is all for today. If you like my video, please do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Professor Jitendra Zavde's Online Learning Solution. Thank you.